Jackets lose 2-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm tired of playing the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm glad we are done facing them. We play similar styles. We both rely on our defense to jump up and play, create offense for us. It's always a low-scoring game. It's always frustrating to watch. They play this style of hockey that I think we should adopt just a tiny bit. When they get the lead, they just shut it down. They stop at the red line. Nobody gets through them. If you do get into their zone, they flip it out. They get the changes very easily. So little bit of stuff like that just to lock it down a little bit more, because in our most recent games we have been giving up a bunch of goals. So if we can lock it down a tiny bit more than we have been, I think we'll be good to go. We got to win games. Bob got the start today. I think Corpus should have got the start today. Bob played great, don't get me wrong. But we're coming into some games here where we're going to have to rely on Bob more and more. So the games where we can give them to Corpy, we need to give them to Corpy. Today was the perfect day to do it. The only reason I can think they didn't do it today is they're going to do it against Corpy gets Boston and then Corpy gets Toronto, give Bob the extra rest and have him just go all out, go full Bob mode against Pittsburgh. And then we have like Philadelphia after that. There's a couple of big Metro games coming up that we're going to have to rely on Bob. This one was not as big. We should have played Corpy here. Starting off, we're both out in a little feeling out processed. Both teams get a couple of zone entries, have a little bit of time down there. Carolina is in our zone for the first couple of minutes. They're doing a good job working around, doing some good stuff. Stahl gets on the goal line. He throws at the net. JJ's right there. He has a stick on the ice. Good job, JJ. And he hits it, and it goes 5-hole through Bob. Not good job, JJ. And JJ scores for Carolina. And it's not something you want to do, score on your own net. It happened. It happens sometimes. But it would have been nice if Bob had the stick across the front, but had been a little bit closer together. Stop the puck. But Bob's not expecting that puck to come from JJ. JJ did a good job. He had a stick on the ice. He took away the pass lane to the back door. He just happened to go off his stick and in the net. Those fluky chances, we probably should start doing that a little bit more, throwing it just across the center of the ice. That's one of the things we should pick up from them. Early on into it, Carolina has a 1-0 lead. And after that, we came out with some pressure. We got getting in the offensive zone. We kept getting shots on Darling. A couple of them were very good quality chances. But for the most part, we were outside. A few times we were screened Darling. About halfway through the period, there's a face-off on center ice. We get the puck into Carolina's zone. Borkstrand gets it to Atkinson. Atkinson gets it and throws it at the net like he should be doing, like we all should be doing, especially against the Carolina Hurricanes. As he does that, Wimber comes by, tips it by. It goes 5-hole on Darling, and Jackets have tied it up 1. Borkstrand has been having a great couple of games. He's moving the puck really well. Tortorella has wanted more depth scoring, and he is stepping up. He's starting to lead the way for depth scoring. Teams are starting to focus more on the PB&J line of Panarin, PLD, and Anderson. So they're throwing their stronger defensive people out there against them, which gives the weaker defensive units against our other lines. So guys like Borkstrand, Atkinson, Wimberg, Foligno, Jenner, Calvert, those guys have to start scoring for us now. And then once they start doing that, maybe teams will start to focus, spurt out their defense a little bit, and the PBJ line can click. And then we just start rolling 4 lines on people. And that's how we win games. That is our style. So our depth scoring right now has to step it up and start scoring. Borkstrand is doing a great job. He had a great game. He hit a bunch of people. There was a couple of times where the Carolina Hurricanes started to come out of the zone, and Borkstrand's like, no, I'm going to hold this for a couple seconds, because he knew our defense was up in the play, so he held them in the Carolina in the zone for even a couple of seconds. And that couple of seconds allows our defense to get out of the zone, get out from behind the net, and get back into position and stop the Carolina Hurricanes from getting into our zone or having an odd-man rush. So Borkstrand doing that kind of stuff, leading the way, is great for us. But Wimberg picks up his 3rd goal of the year, and the Jackets have tied it up. And for the rest of the first period, we did a very good job of getting in the offensive zone, keeping the play out in their zone, wearing them down. But we couldn't beat Darling, and so we head to the second period. And we start to pull off a little bit. We don't keep the pressure on. We let Carolina have more opportunities. Carolina came out with more pressure, though. Carolina, give credit to Carolina. They kept us to the outside. Our style is getting in front of the Carolina net. So it's very frustrating when we can't get in front of the net and do that kind of stuff. About halfway through the period, it's 4-on-4. We're doing an okay job. It's a little back and forth. Carolina gets into our zone though. They get set up. They cycle the puck a little bit and they just throw the puck at net. And that's what we need to do. That's how you're going to win games. And as they do that, Wimberg tries to knock it down. Instead, he deflects it towards the net. Bob is starting to slide across. He goes, oh crap, sticks his foot out, gets the piece of it. Very good save by him. But because he's still sliding in one direction, it is now a wide open net. So we need to pick up that rebound, and we can't. Hannafin and pinched down. He gets the puck, pitches that back of the net. It is now 2-1 Carolina, and that's what I mean. They use the same style we do. That could have been Zach in the other zone. Carolina takes advantage once again of our misplay, and it's a 2-1 game. Carolina did their lockdown mode, and they just stayed at the red line, got above our heads when they was in their zone. They kept us to the outside. Darling made the saves because they were super easy saves to make, but we couldn't do anything. We couldn't force our way to the net. We tried very hard. We took a bunch of shots again, but it doesn't matter. They're not good shots. So it looks good. Yay, we got a bunch of shots. Who cares? They weren't good, but they weren't any rebounds. So we need to focus on that. We need to find a way to get in front of goalies, take away their eyes, work our way to the net, and roll 4 lines. That's how we are going to be successful. That's how we were successful last year, and we got to do it again. So until next time, when we play the Boston Bruins, click like and subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you later.